Hello world, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm Caitlyn and I've been listening to a super iconic book called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This book is so beautifully told and has so many nuggets of wisdom about perseverance, faith, and the power of dreams. It's a story about a young shepherd who dreams of finding treasure near the Egyptian pyramids, which he identifies as his personal legend. I love this because your dreams truly are your personal legend. I believe whatever dream you have was made specifically for you, and I hope that this concept really empowers you to pursue whatever it is that's calling you. Now, alchemy is a transmutation of matter, meaning turning one form of matter into another. It's most famous for the process of turning metal into gold, and similarly in self-actualization, we take what God or the universe has given us and transform ourselves into our highest potential by maximizing our talents and gifts. So in many ways, we are born into this world as metal. Not a single one of us came into this life choosing the hand we've been dealt. From birth, we were assigned a race, a socioeconomic status, a gender, and a geographical location. These social determinants have huge implications on our lifestyle, our health, what we value, and pretty much every aspect of our life. Now, these social locations may help us or hinder us in different ways, but this contributes to the unique set of lessons each soul is meant to learn. Your path was made specifically for you. And this is why I emphasize the importance of being a fierce protector of your dreams, because you were born at this specific time, in this specific place, with these specific conditions for a reason. You would not have the dreams you do if you were not you. You are special, and your dreams are special. Alchemy is about discovering how we can use the tools and the circumstances we have been given to create a fulfilling life for ourselves. Through the process of personal development and healing, you can transform into your highest self. And I'm going to tell you how. In the story of the alchemist, the young shepherd had to get rid of his flock in order to make the journey to Egypt, where he believed he would fulfill his personal legend. In deciding whether to leave behind everything he had to embark on this journey, it was said that he had to choose between something he had become accustomed to and something he wanted to have. You have to let go of what you know to make room for something more. This concept of letting go scares people because they see it as giving up their comfort or security for the unknown. There's a saying by Thomas Jefferson that if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. In the story, the shepherd reminds himself that he can always go back to being a shepherd. So if you're a computer engineer that has a dream of becoming an actor, give it your best go, and if it doesn't work out, you can always go back to being an engineer. Most likely you won't, and you'll find another job doing something else that will at least provide you more information than being stuck gathering the same information you already have. Because staying in a job you hate, being in a relationship that doesn't fulfill you, it's like running on a hamster wheel. You're doing hard work, but you're not going anywhere. You won't get any closer to discovering your purpose by continuing to do the things you've already done out of comfort. The gap between where you are now and living your dreams is the unknown, and it takes a leap of courage to bridge that gap. In the story of the alchemist, the crystal merchant does not make the pilgrimage to Mecca, which is one of his deepest dreams, because of his fear of change and the unknown. His decision reflects a reoccurring theme in the story, which is the tension between pursuing one's dreams and remaining in the comfort of familiarity. The crystal merchant has grown accustomed to his routine and the life he knows. The idea of stepping into the unknown, even to fulfill a lifelong dream, feels too risky. He represents people who cling to what they have out of fear of losing it, even if it means not fully living. Unfortunately, a hard truth is that not everyone will live their life to the fullest. The crystal merchant's story is a powerful reminder that dreams require action and courage. Without the willingness to step into the unknown, even the most cherished dreams can remain unfulfilled fantasies. And I don't want this to become your story. So I'm going to tell you another truth. And that is, you are capable of even your wildest dreams. You have everything you need. This dream was made specifically for you. This is where faith comes in, and I'm not talking about trusting in the cosmos. I mean trusting in yourself. Having faith that you can learn, adapt, and overcome. Now this is the time to prove to yourself that you have the courage to do what it takes to truly live in the fullness of life. Remember that what you want in this life wants for you too. One of the darkest times in my life was when I was in a toxic situationship with my ex in college. and my mental health was at its lowest point. I was abusing drugs and alcohol, my GPA was dropping, I had crippling anxiety, and I thought about death every day. All of this led me to my spiritual awakening, and I wouldn't be the person I am without it. The relationship broke me, but it was through that pain and suffering that I confronted some hard truths, which sparked the beginning of my self-exploration and the journey of falling in love with my life. This week's Psychoeducation Sunday topic will be about post-traumatic growth. So if you're interested in learning the psychology behind this phenomenon, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications if that's a video you're interested in. Adversity is a catalyst for growth, shaping us into stronger, wiser, and more resilient versions of ourselves. The main strength that is formed from struggle is resilience. Resilience is the ability to adapt, recover, and grow stronger in the face of stress, challenges, or setbacks. Your resilience is a skill you can actively cultivate by enhancing your awareness and emotional regulation. You cannot control the difficulties that come your way, but you can control how you respond to them. Your ability to bounce back from setbacks and navigate life's ups and downs with greater emotional strength and flexibility will determine the depth at which you can grow from these challenges. Remember that you have the power to turn your darkest moments into light, because you are the light. I think the key to mental alchemy is remembering that you are not your thoughts, and every thought is arbitrary until you assign a value and a relevance to it. When we identify with our thoughts, like, oh my gosh, I just thought about a puppy getting hit by a car, I'm literally an evil person, then we begin to create a false narrative about the person we are based on our thoughts. Usually, our first thought is our base thought. It's a conditioned response to a certain stimuli or a mind trying to process or make sense of a message we're receiving. But you are not your mind. Your mind is a tool used to identify, label, discern, problem solve, etc., etc. But you are not your thoughts. You are a conscious being. So it is our second thought, our conscious intentional response, that shapes who we are. Our conscious thought will either reject or accept base thought. So for example, a base thought could be, while I'm cutting some vegetables, I might look at a knife and be like, wow, this is really sharp and I could stab someone with it if I really wanted to. And it's quick to be like, oh my God, I'm a horrible person for thinking that. That was your second thought. That was your conscious thought, recognizing that that would be a horrible thing and a bad idea. This is all to say that we shouldn't judge ourselves based on our arbitrary thoughts. We just need to be observers and become aware of our thoughts so we can decide whether we want to hold on to those thoughts or let them go. Now, a mental tool we have to keep our mind in check is self-talk. This is the most powerful and transformative tool we have at our disposal, and I highly recommend strengthening the skill as much as you can because this is how you become the master of your mind. I could share a whole video about self-talk, but for now, here's the main concept. Awareness is key. You have to be able to identify the negative thought patterns, intrusive thoughts, and limiting beliefs in order to change them. This goes back to being the observer of your mind. Then you create an affirmation that is counter to this negative thought to use as a replacement. So for example, anytime I recognize I'm having a thought that I'm not good enough, I create the replacement thought, I am more than enough. And then I repeat this affirmation out loud 3 times. I am more than enough. I am more than enough. I am more than enough. And by the 3rd time, I usually mean it, but say it as many times until you feel it. I am more than enough. Journaling is a great way to enhance this skill. Comment self-talk if you'd like to learn more about becoming the master of your mind using self-talk. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey of exploring the alchemy of self-actualization and transforming into your highest self. Now you can be the alchemist of your life. Remember, true transformation begins within, and every step you take towards aligning with your authentic truth is a step closer to living your fullest potential. If this resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to support more content like this. If you'd like personalized insight and guidance on your journey to reaching your highest self, I offer virtual one-on-one personal development coaching to anyone around the world. Fill out my interest form for a free consultation in the description below. I'm an associate marriage and family therapist, so I also offer psychological services to residents of California. My thoughts and prayers go out to everyone experiencing grief and loss due to the LA fires. I'm offering free counseling service to individuals and families affected during this time. You can contact me and set up a session using my Psychology Today profile or the website linked below. I post daily reminders of mindset hacks and wellness tips on Instagram, so follow me at Lionlight Wellness. It's a great way to connect with me and just chat. I'm wishing you days filled with love, peace, joy, and lion light. See you soon. Bye.